Porsche Cayenne is the company's cash cow for years. In its 20 years of lifetime, it has sold more than the Porsche 911 in 60 years. So that's the kind of value this brand, this product holds for Porsche. Now this is the 2023 version. It is the biggest update that's been given to the Cayenne ever. So we are in the beautiful state of Meghalaya to drive this car. So we are going to be driving it on some winding roads in beautiful settings. Let's see how this Cayenne drives. Now, there's one point worth mentioning. This is the last ICE version of the Cayenne before it goes full EV in 2026.
Having said that, the ICE-powered Cayenne will continue to be sold alongside the next-gen Cayenne EV as and when it arrives. Now, even though this isn't an all-new Cayenne, Porsche says that this is one of the biggest and most extensive product upgrades in the history of the brand. That said, from the outside, it hasn't changed all that much. Apart from a new front end with Taycan-like matrix LED headlamps, larger intakes, bigger 20-inch rims as standard as compared to 19-inch previously, and a redesigned rear section with seamless LED tail lamps, this is very much the same Cayenne as the model it replaces. Changes on the inside though are more prominent.
So the biggest update on the new Cayenne is of course the interior. Now as you can see, this is inspired by the Taycan, so it gets the same curved digital driver display. You've got this large touchscreen infotainment which is brilliant to use. It's crisp, it is high definition, and you also get a screen over here. It's not there because it's optional. It is for 1.5 lakh rupees. But the overall dash design and everything is completely new, and it feels in tune with the times because this is the Taycan interior. You have typical Porsche touches here. You have got this sport chrono watch over here, which is also optional. And this cabin is rich quality as you would expect in a Porsche, but a lot of things here are optional. So the car we are driving, its base price is around 1.32 crore, but this has options worth 40 lakh rupees. So this is quite expensive. But overall, in terms of the quality, in terms of fit and finish, this is brilliant and feels like a complete model change. It feels like a generation change because even though it's a facelift, but the interior is completely revamped, and I think this is one of the best bits about this car. Now coming to the steering wheel, it is lifted from the Taycan or the 911, so it has changed. It is very thin rimmed, and you've also got this drive mode select button over here, so it feels like a proper Porsche in here, and that's before you drive it. Even as a luxury SUV, the Cayenne covers all the bases because it has got a lot of space. The quality is phenomenal. Everything you touch and feel, it feels rich. So yes, there is not a lot of equipment and a lot of it is optional. So this Bose audio is for 2.8 lakh rupees. The panoramic sunroof is for 4 lakh rupees. This interior is for 8 lakh rupees. So if you're going to buy this SUV, you have to make sure that you spec it with all the right choices. So the Cayenne in India is available with just a single engine option. It comes with a 3-litre V6, same as the old car, but this has more power, around 13 bhp more and 50 newtons more. So this produces 348 bhp and 500 newtons of torque, and it has made it to an 8-speed gearbox, automatic. It is not a dual clutch. So in terms of performance, it has plenty of it, in the sense it is a quick car. It really accelerates very briskly. It can do 0 to 100 in 5.7 seconds. So you don't really feel that it needs more power. Of course, in India right now, there is no Cayenne S or the plug-in hybrid, so there's no V8 as well. But this is the only engine option, and it doesn't disappoint, but it's not outright exciting as well. The acceleration is strong, but it's kind of muted. You don't get to hear anything. And that's a good thing because this is a luxury SUV in that sense. The gearbox is also nice, and you've got 4 different modes. So if you turn it to Sport Plus or Sport mode, so then it is a little more responsive. But overall, I'd say this is again a very not exciting, a very mellow sort of powertrain, but it's not that it's dull. It is plenty quick, and the best part about the engine and the gearbox is of course the refinement. The gear shifts are seamless. If you put it in comfort mode, that's normal mode, it is very refined. The only thing is when you want quick acceleration, when you step on the throttle pedal, well, it is a little slow in terms of downshifts, but otherwise it has got everything. Of course, if you want more noise, in the sense more sporty noise, you have the optional exhaust, which is for 6 lakh rupees, but even then it's not that loud. But yeah, it does make a little bit of difference. So the biggest update in the Cayenne, this new version, is the suspension. So this gets air suspension as standard in India especially, and it also gets bigger wheels. So now 20-inch rims are standard. Of course, you can upgrade it to 21 or 22, but 20 is standard. Now, the best part about this car is the ride quality. Now, Porsche says they have done a lot of work in terms of making it a luxury SUV in that sense, because the ride quality is phenomenal, especially at low speeds. If you're driving it in normal mode, the suspension is very supple and there is absolutely no noise filtering into the cabin. It doesn't crash into bumps or potholes. So I think that's the biggest difference, because if you drive the old Cayenne, it definitely does have a firm edge, but this doesn't have that. Of course, when you turn it to Sport Plus or Sport mode, well, then it is a little firm, but still it's not objectionable, it's not uncomfortable, it drives really well. Now, the other thing is that Porsche says is now in comfort setting or in normal setting, it's more comfortable, but in Sport and Sport Plus modes, it is more sporty in the sense the suspension is more taut. And that's definitely the case, because we've been driving this car in Meghalaya, some winding roads, and we are driving really flat out yesterday because the roads were empty. And the way this car handles is phenomenal. I mean, there is virtually no body roll. It corners flat, body controls are very tight, and it feels like it's a Porsche. It feels like a sports car in that sense. So that's really shocking and surprising, because it's supposed to be, you know, the least sporty and most comfy Porsche, which it is until you turn it to Sport Plus mode. But other than that, I think this car, it lives up to the expectations in terms of driving as well, in terms of being a Porsche. So I think for me, that is the biggest highlight, the ride quality, and of course the way it handles. So we are done driving the new Cayenne, and I think it is a phenomenal product. It has the best of both worlds, in the sense it is a proper luxury SUV. Now it feels more comfortable for sure. It has a lot of equipment on board as well. Of course, a lot of it is optional, so the price does go up substantially, but overall this is a proper luxury SUV now. But at the same time, it hasn't lost its edge as a Porsche. It feels every bit as sporty as a Porsche should. So all in all, I think the Cayenne, it is a great product, and I think if you are a purist, I think this is the time to get the new Cayenne, because like I said in the beginning, it is going to go full EV in 2026. And I think this last effort to save the ICE, well, it is phenomenal by Porsche. Yes,